Hello and happy World NGO Day. February the 27th, that is the day when we celebrate the NGOs, the non-governmental organizations taking care of environmental affairs, human rights of all sorts of causes that make the world a better place. This is what we are doing today. We are starting the second panel on the Clubhouse platform here, where you can do an audio social conversation. So this panel's topic is now the Global Perspectives 2021. Where do we stand? How powerful are NGOs these days, or how weak are they?
Interesting question. Some of them could manage to keep the operation going. Most of them, they have a sort of disruption in their value chain. That means there were certain activities or projects that need to close down due to the sudden recall of the international personnel. We are flying in a node in terms of how the NGOs will continue running with high costs that we may have after the COVID in terms of transport of people, moving people from one country to another. And what is true is that this will not continue as it used to be before.
So we are still evaluating and assessing the state of NGOs with the impact of COVID. And if I may give the word to the two panelists from the JCI Syria NGO, to Batool, Ahmad, Sara, Khaddam, how deep in distress are NGOs, is the NGO sector, especially in Syria?
After the corona pandemic, the economic situation is getting worse here because of the sanctions, the economic and financial sanctions on Syria. Also, the other NGOs, their funding is reducing because of the effects of the pandemic here.
We were talking about the fundraising point of view. The number of donations is declining, but could we be in a similar situation that we are a little bit neglecting the younger generation and we are not feeding new donors and new supporters to NGOs in the long run?
So the income has grown. In terms of what you're talking about, the number of donors, yes, there's been a small decrease from year to year of the number of donors, so there is a worrying trend. Well, I don't actually think the situation is as bad as it's being reported. I think there is a lot of activism. Young people are very involved in Germany in many causes. You saw the Big Fridays for Future movement. You saw all of the solidarity.
True.
Work for the refugees.
Like in one sentence, what would you like to wish the NGO sector to be in when we meet in 1 year from now?
I would wish all NGOs, including national NGOs, to diversify as much as Martin says too. So it will be higher competition. That's the rule of games are changing.
As a young person living here in Syria during and through this circumstances for 10 years, even though we're still trying to do something and to create the positive impact. So I think this is a huge achievement. And the huge achievement today is to be here with you commemorating World NGO Day, even all the circumstances that we are facing. So happy World NGO Day.